Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The college football season is over. Georgia goes back-to-back. TCU, an absolute disgrace. What an embarrassment. 65-7. 65-7. Is this the college football playoff national championship, or is this a midweek, mid-season non-conference game? Is this a season opening non-conference game? 65-7. TCU did not belong in the national championship game. I don't care how you want to spin it. They did not deserve to be in the Final Four. Probably the biggest shocker of the year is TCU getting by Michigan in the first round, but Georgia absolutely embarrasses them. Congratulations to Georgia. It's hard enough to win a national championship, even a little bit more difficult to go back-to-back. The AP poll comes out. Tennessee absolutely snubbed in that poll. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it before we get rolling. You guys know what to do. Go ahead and smash the thumbs up just below the video. Quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live tomorrow, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Going to be talking about way too early season predictions for 2023. We'll take a look at the schedule, take a look at the roster, and kind of jump into it, even though things are going to change. Things are going to change in the transfer portal as we go through spring. We're going to see a few more players out, a few more players in. Big day for Tennessee yesterday through the transfer portal. Added 3 nice pieces, some positions of need, adding Thornton at wide receiver, also adding Norman-Lott on the defensive line. Wrapped up the day with the big offensive tackle from Miami. Just a good day, filling some positions of need. Dropped 4 videos on transfer portal guys in and out yesterday. 4 videos. Make sure you go back and check those out. But let's talk about this national championship game. Let's talk about the AP polls. Let's just talk about the season that was for 2023 as things just got wrapped up last night. Again, Georgia, totally dominant. I mean, it's an embarrassment. TCU should be embarrassed. They got ran off the field. And before we get into the AP poll, TCU has no business finishing the season ranked second. 65-7? 65-7. Georgia outgained TCU 589 yards to 188. Kirby Smart said before the game, what's one thing you want your team to do? All he said was aggression, show aggression. They showed it all night long. And I'm sure the Georgia fans are going to come in the comments. They're going to troll. They deserve it. They can celebrate. But anybody who has kept up with this channel or been around this channel all season long, I've said it week in and week out that Georgia's the best football team in the country. People wanted to talk about the close scores, the times they struggled, but good teams always find a way to win. And that's what Georgia did. They dominated TCU. Bigger game against Ohio State. I think Ohio State deserves to be ranked higher than TCU in the final AP poll, to be straight up and blunt about it. But that's it. Congratulations to Georgia. I want to move on and talk about the AP poll. But first, this tweet came out from Peter Burns. And I like this. Peter Burns from ESPN. He says the SEC played the Big 12 champion, the Big 12 runner-up, the Big 10 runner-up, and the ACC champion. The SEC went 4-0, outscoring them 204-48. And then he follows it up. When they go to a 12-team playoff, it's just a matter of time before it's 3 or 4 SEC teams in the Final Four. Not all college football conferences are created equal. And I know a lot of you guys are in favor of expanding to the 12-team playoff. You know, it is what it is. They're going to do it. There's no turning back now. But Peter Burns with a good point there. I mean, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see more SEC dominance coming in the future. I mean, what would you have had this year? What would it have looked like if you expanded this thing to 12 and you had Tennessee in the mix? You had Alabama in the mix. How many of those teams end up? Is it a 3-team Final Four? 4-team Final Four? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that expanding the college football playoff is the answer, or you're going to see more games like last night that was just total domination. I mean, it's the national championship. It's the national championship. And how many people were even watching? How many people even watched to the end of the game? I mean, I was done. I knew it was over. The game was over from the opening kick. TCU never had a shot. Never had a shot. We're going to see more games like this. Now, maybe you'll see some good football early in the college football playoff once it expands. You know, we saw that first round was good football. Georgia and Ohio State, TCU and Michigan. That was some fun football to watch. So maybe by expanding it to 12 teams, you'll get some more fun football earlier in the playoff. But by the time we get to the finals, you're going to get down to three SEC teams maybe. We'll see how it plays out. You guys hit the comments. Let me know your thoughts there on Peter Burns saying when we go to 12 teams, it's going to be 3 or 4 SEC teams in the Final Four. Lastly, the AP polls came out. Let me get that shared out. Came out just a couple of hours ago. Final AP rankings for 2022, 2023. You can see there Georgia at the top, 14-0. TCU at second. I just don't see it. I don't see how you leave TCU at number 2. It makes absolutely no sense to me. You just got absolutely embarrassed. I don't care that you made it to the championship. I don't care that you played for the national championship. You got embarrassed. You got ran out of the building. You have no business being ranked second. Personally, I would take Ohio State and bump them up to second. They gave Georgia a good football game in the semifinals. I think they deserve to be the second-ranked team in the country. Maybe from there you go TCU, Michigan, and then who's at number 5? Who deserves to be at number 5? It should come as no surprise to anybody that Alabama's sitting right there at number 5 in the AP poll. I mean, huge win, right? Huge, gigantic win for Alabama over Kansas State. Just a dominant performance over a powerhouse team, Kansas State. Going to completely disregard Tennessee's win over Clemson. No surprise. It is what it is. Nobody should be surprised by that. I personally feel like Tennessee deserves to be at number 5. I got no problem if you want to leave the 4 teams that were in the college football playoff in the top 4. I got a problem with TCU at number 2 after the way that they played Georgia. And then you look at how Ohio State played Georgia previously. I got a problem with that. Ohio State's number 2 for me. I would maybe TCU number 3, Michigan number 4, Tennessee has to be number 5. But again, comes as no surprise to anybody. Tennessee snubbed in the AP poll. What do you guys think? You shouldn't be surprised. Just like going into, they were trying to sneak Alabama into the college football playoff. We all know that. We know that's why they were ranked where they were ranked. But again, Georgia back-to-back champs, Tennessee snubbed in the AP poll. But, it's what a great season. Let's end this video on a positive. A great season for Tennessee, 10-2 in the regular season. You get to the Orange Bowl, you don't have your starting quarterback. You don't have your Biletnikoff Award winner. You're missing your key linebacker on defense in Jeremy Banks, who opts out, if you want to use air quotes, opts out. And you go and you take care of business. You don't just win. You dominate a pretty good Clemson team, a team that, a lot of people said outside of Georgia has the best defensive line in the country. Tennessee did a good job managing that defensive line. But the big question going into the game is, what does Joe Milton look like? We got a little glimpse into the future. We got a little preview of what this football team is going to look like in 2023 with Joe Milton out there running the show. Squirrel White had a chance to shine with Jalen Hyatt opting out off to the NFL. Squirrel White had 9 catches for over 100 yards and a touchdown in that game. I also like the fact that Joe Milton didn't just dial in on one guy. Yes, Squirrel White had 9 catches, but when push came to shove, he threw a touchdown to Squirrel, threw a touchdown to Keaton, also threw a touchdown to Brew McCoy, made good reads, looked off guys, looked off defenders, made some nice throws. Joe Milton looked good in that Orange Bowl. Now Tennessee's, doing some work in the transfer portal. Again, 3 nice additions yesterday. Go check out all those videos from yesterday. You may want to question Juwan Mitchell entering the portal. Will Tennessee be okay at linebacker? I think so. Aaron Beasley, absolute baller. You're adding the kid from BYU at linebacker, former captain, guy with a ton of experience. I think this Tennessee football team is going to be okay in 2023. And again, we're going to get into that tomorrow with our way too early season predictions. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. Again, Georgia goes back-to-back. Big-time showdown coming up in 2023 inside of Neyland Stadium. Can Tennessee answer the bell? Can Joe Milton and this football team respond? Are they going to be ready for the back-to-back defending national championships when Georgia comes to Knoxville? That one's circled on the calendar, boys. Circled on the calendar. But hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up. On the way out the door, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin Vols Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Thank you, as always, to the members of the channel for keeping the lights on around here, paying the bills, allowing me to be able to do this full time. The memberships are a big part of that. So if you want to get in where you fit in, hit that join button down below. It's as little as 99 cents a month. You get access to custom Talkin Vols emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun stuff. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.